Hey guys, how's it going? Kripparrian here. It is time for me to throw out my card reveal out there. I've been given this by Blizzard to show you guys some of the cool new cards in the Mean Streets of Gadgetzan expansion that's coming up pretty soon. And they gave me a Warlock card, Abyssal Enforcer. It's a 7-cost 6/6 demon, and it has a board clear effect when you play. It's very similar to the Hellfire effect, but it's on a minion, and it's fairly well budgeted. You know, a lot of Warlock decks play Hellfire. We've even seen Hellfire in the more aggressive Warlock decks on ladder in the past, just because it's such a powerful board clear. The difference between a 3 damage board clear and a 2 damage board clear is everything. So it's just the right amount of damage. It clears out most things, and yeah, I think in the late game, even with a card like costs 7 mana like the Abyssal Enforcer, you can probably get away with trading efficiently and going with a clear. And if you get the clear, if you compare it to a card like Hellfire, you know, for 3 more mana you get a 6/6 body, but it's also the fact that you have like a draw. So the Hellfire card is like the Battlecry effect. So it's like 3 mana for a 6/6 to draw and play a Hellfire for 4 more mana. So it's actually extremely powerful. In the right situation, a card like this will really shine. But you know, on the other hand, we have to consider that most board clears these days are used in very desperate situations. They're used when you really need to clear the board as fast as possible and as early as possible in the game. So, you know, you can't really go 7 turns without using a board clear. So, in terms of constructed play, this card is still, I think, very good if it can fit into a proper deck, if you can reach a certain situation where it can reach its full potential. So, you know, that just might be difficult to accomplish. There's no certainty that this card will be used in constructed play, but it could. It is on that power level. You know, it can be a deck-defining card even, but you do need some other board clears just to get to that stage in the game, because turn 7 is a really far away time if you're playing against an aggressive deck. It is also the fact that it's a demon is somewhat relevant. Now, we have, if you're playing standard format, a lot of the very powerful demon cards have phased out into the wild format. However, there are still a few that are in the core set. We have Bane of Doom, a card that is often forgotten, but it's really not all that bad. It's just not seen too much play lately because a lot of the demons released in the prior few expansions have generally been quite small. But when you have giant demons, and perhaps accompanied by more giant demons to come, well, that card suddenly becomes extremely powerful once again. In terms of arena, the card is obviously incredible. The fact that it's a common class card should mean that you'll see tons of them in arena, which means that you will absolutely have to respect Warlock's board clear potential. And the Warlock in arena has been a very unique class because it can certainly win the game, but it has to make it to the late game in a situation where it's still winning on the board, or at least even. Now, Abyssal Enforcer might come a little bit too late in some arena games, but if the Warlocks can play all out, don't hero power like at all, just play everything as fast as possible, and get this card on turn 7, I'm confident they'll be able to win most of those games, meaning that, you know, you have a game-winning, super powerful card in the common slot for Warlocks. Warlocks are certainly going to have a giant leap in arena performance thanks to this one card. And, you know, while it might be a bit frustrating to play around board clears, certainly Warlocks do struggle for efficient ones in arena right now. So even though you might get punished here and there, I think overall playing against Warlock is still going to be a fun experience, because even though this card is incredibly powerful, you generally win against Warlocks by doing a lot of face damage, and this actually, you know, has a bit of an influence with that. So a very fun and an interactive game should occur when you see these in arena. But for now, pretty cool stuff. Let me know what you think. Share your excitement about the upcoming expansion, and enjoy.